Fade in. Interior Emiliano's nightclub night. A boisterous, unruly crowd gathers around two fist fighters in a local bar. Odesio, 23, and his opponent Buttercup, 25, an imposing MAGA hat-wearing hillbilly, over twice his build, are handcuffed to each other with only a few feet of rope between them. They are participating in a Texas strap match, where the only winning conditions are to touch all four corners of the ring in sequence. This usually requires beating down the opponent to the point where they can no longer prevent you from completing this objective. There is no submission or countdowns. The only way to win is to touch all four corners of the ring in an uninterrupted sequence. Odesio is severely injured and can barely stand up. Buttercup delivers one powerful blow after another. Among the crowd is a thin black man, Taco, 21, who fights his way towards the makeshift ring, which is made up of hay bundles and broomsticks. He screams in desperation for somebody to stop the match, but his cries fall upon deaf ears. The fight is intensive, but clearly Odesio is way in over his head. Buttercup wraps the strap around Odesio's neck and proceeds to strangle him. There seems to be very little life left in Odesio as the hillbilly delivers a brutal elbow to the back of his neck, sending him face flat into the muddy ground. Buttercup proceeds to work the crowd as he wraps the straps around his forearms and Odesio's neck. He then proceeds to touch the corners of the ring while dragging Odesio around. Taco jumps into the ring in an effort to put a stop to this fight. He climbs onto Buttercup's back and struggles to bring him down, but his attempt is futile. The hillbilly reaches over and pulls him. He tosses him across the room like an old rag. Taco lands on a pile of hay, yet despite his ineffectiveness against the giant, he crawls back to his feet, grabs a steel chair, and once again casts himself onto the giant just as he is about to pull Odesio and make his way towards the final corner of the ring. People laugh and cheer. Taco strikes the hillbilly on his back with the chair and gains his attention once again, but only to have the chair taken off his hands and get slapped squarely across the face with it, tearing off half his face in the process. He is out cold, and Buttercup once again turns towards Odesio, who is making one last attempt to break free and back on his feet. The giant opponent grabs Odesio, lifts him up high in the air like a sack of potatoes, and brutally slams him down onto the ground. He continues to drag him as he touches the final corner and claims victory. He lets go of Odesio in order to celebrate, and despite having already won the match, he still elects to send one last brutal kick square onto Odesio's face, rendering him unconscious. Cut 2.